don't know if you ever used copper pipe on a plumbing system before, but when you put the rubber hoses on, the ends like to work their way off because it's just not enough friction. Well, I bought this tool from JEGS for another project a while ago. They call this tubing beader, and it fits 5/8 and larger pipe. So it's similar to what we did when we made the dust cover for the transmission. There's two rollers. This is just hand operated, and it's just mounting in the vise on this flange. Sit that in, snug this down, and then you just turn. You're going to hold it and make sure it doesn't walk off, and it'll take, just like when you're cutting pipe, it takes a few turns to do the complete device. That should be enough. As you can see, that's made just a really nice bubble. As a matter of fact, I may have made that a little large, I don't know. But after I get the hose on there, it's never going to come off, so that's great. So, let's say this came from JEGS. It wasn't terribly expensive. I wound up had a problem doing the exhaust on this car. That this car uses on the header pipe where it comes into the manifolds. It uses the end of the pipe is flared, and then there's a flange, and then it has an asbestos gasket. And I was having a hard time finding anything to fit that. And what they sell now, they don't sell the gaskets. They just sell a piece of pipe with a couple of rolls like this in it. So I took a piece of exhaust, which this was really not designed to be rolling something quite that heavy. But nonetheless, I made a pair of, they call them olives, I think. It's essentially a piece of exhaust pipe with a pair of these on it, as close as practical. And that worked in the exhaust, and it worked really good. So, kind of a neat tool. Don't get to use it often, but boy, it sure is nice when you need it. And it goes down to 5/8. So the only problem I have is that a lot of the Triumphs and stuff, they use half-inch heater hose stuff, and it won't go to half-inch, unfortunately. But I suppose they have to draw a line somewhere. But there we go. While I'm just gabbing away, there's the other one. So now I'll just trim these off the length, insert them into there. Enough room, probably maybe about an inch beyond, so there'll be enough room for a clamp here. I'll just sweat solder those together, and we'll be done in a nice tight bend.